Welcome to the Robotics Through Science Fiction podcast. I'm Dr. Robin Murphy, and howdy, Texas Independence Day. It's a great excuse to explore or revisit Texas robot science fiction, either written by Texas authors or set in Texas. I like to think of it as reading for the great stories and being able to learn at the same time about mental models, machine learning, emotions, computer architectures, domestic robotics, dexterous manipulation, and bounded rationality. And after all, who said that robotics has to be a slog? Most of these books are actually comedies. So here are some fantastic Texas sci-fi authors. One of the biggest names in Texas science fiction is Martha Wells, and she has her delightful Murderbot series, which I was finally able to work into a science robotics article about mental models, because Murderbot perfectly captures research and cognition and reasoning. Murderbot is just wearily slogging through his day job as a security robot, just trying to get back and watch streaming media and figure out whatever everybody else around him is going to do next. Nikki Drayden. She's from Texas, but she set her delightfully mad cat, Prey of Gods, in Johannesburg. A big question for researchers is, will robots have emotions? If only for self-regulation. Answer is probably. Now the question that she poses, if they do, will they hold grudges? Oh, definitely in her book they do. Lee Martinez did a very funny one-off on Detective Noir with the automatic detective. I wish he would do another in the series. It has a rules of supervillainy sensibility, and the robot has the bulk of hard luck Hank. And it turns out to illustrate the challenges of dexterous manipulation when you've got such big, clunky robots. Check out the Robotics Through Science Fiction interview with Lee as well. He's a pretty funny guy himself. C. Robert Cargill was Sea of Rust and its prequel Day Zero. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. There are action-packed thrillers along the lines of Mad Max and The Terminator. And Sea of Rust also made into a science robotics article as an example of what remorse and regret means in machine learning versus what it means to us emotionally. And it also has insights into computer architectures for robots and why that's so challenging to plug and play. Day Zero, the prequel rather, looks at domestic robots, service robots, and healthcare robots, and has a very unique twist on that. Beyond Texas authors, there's some great books that involve Texans and Texas. There's this one about this nice Jewish boy from Houston. That's Brent Spiner's description of himself, not mine, playing the role of this guy, Lieutenant Commander Data, on this new series, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Spiner's only very lightly fictionalized account of his third year on the set. Fan fiction is pretty fun. The Strange by Nathan Bellengroot is set on a counterfactual Mars in the city of, wait for it, New Galveston. Space exploration was financed by Texans during the Civil War. And then the robots that they had of the day, called machines, are an important part of life, an important part of the plot. It's a really great illustration of the principles of Simon's bounded rationality and artificial intelligence. And I talk about it in another article for Science Robotics. Check out the website, the Robotics Through Science Fiction website, where there are links where you can buy the books and get to these larger discussions. And please don't forget to buy my books too, either the textbooks or the Robotics Through Science Fiction series.